Welcome to episode 24 of the Gingerspyce Dragonborn project. Does this scene look familiar? In this episode, I'm going to be doing Old Grey Garl, or Garl's Tomb Part 2, also known as Old Grey Garl. So this is Part 2 of the one I did in the first life of the series, which is called Troglodyte's Get. So I'm back in Three Barrel Cove, 2 videos in a row. Alright. So, let's talk about enhancements first. So I've mostly been soloing and duoing up to this point, this life, and mostly been doing 2 skulls, a few 3. And problem I've been having when soloing anyways is been running out of mana, and I mentioned in a previous video that bards don't get echoes of power. But I was saying that to my guildie, and she was like, yeah, they do. It's an enhancement. I didn't realize that. So I want to point that out first. So here it is, Magical Studies. When you can take this up to Tier 3, you get Echoes of Power. So that's real nice. That's going to be helpful. I just picked this up just an hour ago or so. But one thing that's confusing to me is like the first tier was like 30 spell points, and the second 40, and then the third another 40, or I don't know, whatever, added up to 100. But then it says including 80 from magical training, so it definitely did not give me 80 on top of all of the others, so that's kind of confusing to me. In any event, I have Echoes of Power now, which I'm happy about, and 100 extra spell points, which I can definitely use. I've got the Lingering Song. I think I had this last video, so I wanted the longer songs. Still using the Suggestion SLA. Wand and Scroll Mastery. I ratcheted this back down just to Tier 2 because I wanted the extra point of Charisma, because that'll bring me up to the next tier when I step into Reaper mode at level 7. You know, your tomes, your ability tomes are level gated, so at level 7 you get the second point. And so that's why I wanted to rework things. Spellsong Trance, the Shout SLA, and I had picked up the Sustaining Song. It wasn't taken for very much, and I definitely do want to get it again. But you know, I thought about it, and I think, you know, I'd rather go with the Song of Arcane Might for now. The +1 morale bonus to caster level is going to give me some extra damage dice, so I'm down. I'm down with that. I think it's going to be more helpful for me. And, well, okay, let's see. So I'm all in with the Spell Singer tree right now. I haven't done anything else. I still want to go over and get the Harper leadership. I still want to do some things in the Dragonborn tree, but there's just so much yummy stuff in here in Spell Singer. Reaper. I'm 1,000 XP away from my 15th point. Yummy, yummy, yummy. Gear. So I do have some new level 7 gear. Same goggles I was using at level 7 in previous videos. It's not particularly good for this, you know, this life, but it's just what I had. I'm going to be going with the concordant opposition green steel goggles once I get to level 11 anyway, so you know, wisdom gives me a little bit bonus to will save. I don't have force of personality yet. I probably will pick it up later. And true seeing is nice. What the hell? Same armor as last life, invulnerability, vitality, and moderate fortification. Braces of Wind. I didn't even pull the higher level version out of the bank because I'm just going for the blur. I'm not even using the electric breath yet, so I don't even care about, you know, having a higher spell power and crit chance. Same ring as last video. Diamond Dexterity 2, False Life, and Fire Absorption. These boots are new this episode, but I used them in previous lives. Dexterity 5, Sheltering 11, Green Slot, Feather Falling. These gloves are the same as I used in last lives. Healing Amplification 17, Wizardry 88, Empty Green Slot. Actually, I used that in the last life, I think. Maybe the last 2 lives. This is something different. So I finally decided, you know, I need to craft a serious sonic spell power item. So it's got my resonance, sonic spell power, and then my sonic crit chance there. I did have, a bound to account blasting chime, which I've used in the voodoo lives, and that's from the Keeneth challenges, from the reward turn-ins. But I think I'm going to go with the trinkets that I've got, which is craft a ring, because the ring that I had you've been using in previous lives with like the ice lore and glaciation, I'm not going to use that this life, so it wasn't very expensive to make this, so no big deal. This is the same as last episode, dodge and strength 4. Garl Mirror Cloak is the same. Trinkets new, just the next tier of resistance spell saves up to +4 now. This is the same necklace, charisma and constitution 4. The same headgear, spell focus mastery +2, and persuasion, sapphire protection +2. Conspicuously missing is a perform item. I've been able to get away with it for now. Perform helps my fascinate, perform helps my sonic damage, but I might try to slot something up. I just can't work it in right now. I don't really feel like it's necessary. I wonder what kind of performed tome I have. That's something I've been meaning to look at, so let's see. Base ability, there's nothing. I don't have a performed tome. It would say inherent. Damn. Wah wah. Okay, shield. I should have crafted better than this at this point. Shame on me. But that's what I'm using. And it's the same scimitar as last video. Just something that does a little bit of DPS, something to swing around. I'm not sure if there's any loots that I need to mention. My little Brine Shaman staff toy. I'll mention again, the gust of wind clicking on this thing is so awesome for blowing out persistent AoEs like dancing balls, firewall, ice storm, sleet storm, blade barriers. And the clicky on it's not 3 charges per rest. It actually recharges pretty quickly. Like it seems like just every few minutes it's recharging. So really, really awesome item if you can't cast Gust of Wind or Cyclonic Blast or something that's going to blow away persistent, acid fogs and other cloud spells and things. I also have the suggestion song as well now. So I can fascinate mobs, and then a mob that is fascinated, I can then do the suggestion on them. So even when I'm totally out of mana, as long as I have songs left, there it gives me a charm option. I feel like there was something else. If I didn't talk about this last episode, I should have. The Pale Lavender Iron Stone is probably the best spell absorption item in the game. Very important for you to have this on any tune that you're serious about. You can go farm it out of Dreaming Dark every 3 completions, and you can run it on casual really quick. You get a random Iron Stone in your 3rd completion list every 3 completions for Dreaming Dark. Just for the Dreaming Dark quest, not the whole chain, just that one quest. And it's a random Iron Stone, but you'll eventually get it. And you have to upgrade it to get the 50 charges of spell absorption. It's just such a handy item. Level 5. Huge. But in the meantime, you definitely should have your mantle, the World Shaper. This is a level 5 cloak that, of course, you get from running Threnel. And it has 5 charges of spell absorption. So you can absorb 5 spells with that. Spell absorption items are very situationally important. I haven't even used Gems of the Ocean Winds, and I think I may have used 1 or 2 last life. I'm not even sure. Still using the Petrifying Runestones, of course. I'm going to upgrade to the level 8 versions next level. Wands of Cure Critical that you can get from the guild vendor. Spells, I picked up Charm Monster and Displacement. I also picked up Blur. I don't need it on myself because I got the bracers. That's for my, for people I'm partied with. I talked about how I like to buff others. People have Blur. That's helpful. And if they don't have it, I want to help them out with anything really exciting for level 2 spells for me anyway. So, all right, let's go do Garl's Tomb. All right, I really don't know how this one's gonna go. I haven't done this one in a long time. This is the part 2. It's probably because I really like to do the first one because it's great XP, and this one's even better actually. But there's so many other delicious XP quests at this level range. Willen Stand, Tyr Dakan, the Pit. You're just flying. Level 7 is ridiculous. So I probably just I go so far beyond. Like I'm already could take level 8, and I haven't even done the Pit yet. I'm waiting for a guildie to log on. We're gonna do the Pit here, probably right after this. You go pot? Yes, thank you. But yeah, I don't really even know this quest well. So after, this is now my 3rd heroic Reaper life, and I can tell you right now, last life I did the Sorc. I'm never playing a non-healing class again in Reaper. I mean, I like my healers. I enjoy playing healers, but I mean, in Reaper mode, it's just huge. I want to be able to heal. It's huge, really, really helpful. Jeez, oh Pete. I didn't realize there were undead in here. Well, at least I can do sonic damage to him. Last life, the Cold Sorc wasn't a whole lot I could do against these guys at this level range. Or that I would have been able to do to them, I should say. Hell yeah. So just this morning I posted the DQ. That was funny to edit. I had 3 different files that I was all splicing together as so many fails. And I wanted to show that. I wanted to show like how hard these mobs are hitting. I wanted to show like what the limits of Gingerspyce was. It's good to show like even with all these past lives and everything and gear and stuff. Reaper 2 was best I could do solo. And you got to see it. It was a humbling experience though. I was hoping for the R3 completion, but there was just no way that was going to happen. But you know what? Maybe after I get some racial lives, I get some more Reaper points, maybe I will get it. Maybe I will try R3 again. So I didn't have that many Reaper points then. Lost soul, yummy, yummy, yummy. I'm moving around a lot like that. It's not because I'm trying to avoid getting hit. It's because I'm trying to make sure that there's a little bit of distance between me and the mob so that when I cast my spell, it's not missing because, it's slightly to the side or something like that. That's why I'm moving around like that. I'm not Twitch playing to get missed. It's because, if I just stand there and, you get these stupid oozes bouncing all over the place, if it's not dead in front of me, then I'm going to lose my spell because it's going to say error, you are not facing, which makes me want to just scream. Because it's right in frickin' front of me. Plague Reaper. So, let's show you something. let's show you that we can fascinate a Reaper. And let's see if we can do the suggestion song on it, because I haven't even tried that yet. Saved. Yeah, if I had better perform, you know, if I had a perform item, maybe it wouldn't have saved. Stupid me. But I guess we'll just let those guys sleep while we deal with this stupid champion. Oh, look at that. Cribbity crap. Okay, we'll stone you. Yes, we will. With our little level 3 stone, petrifying rune stone. There it is. Don't be like my guildies and not make them. No, a lot of my guildies are making them. It's just some of them are dragging their feet on it. Been harping on them about it. Like, they're so cheap to make. You don't need high crafting levels, especially these lowbie ones. I mean, the level 3 ones you can literally make if you have like no crafting levels. You know, spend 2 minutes and decon a handful of junk, and then you could, you know, it's like level 11 or 12 or something crafting levels that make those level 3 ones. And those are huge, and you know, in these lowbie Reaper quests, just huge. I haven't been using the sleep much. I used it in Tira de Con, actually. It was a little bit helpful when you get to that first group, like on that first bridge, there's a big group of guys, of hobgoblins or orcs or whatever they are, and I threw it on that and I put a bunch of them to sleep. That was really helpful, but I could have just fascinated them too. Probably would have been even better. The fascinate was nice too when we did Gwillins, you know, when you get to the rooms inside the caves, you know, the big rooms at the bottom. Yeah, I would like run in there and fascinate everything, and that was really awesome. And then we could just pick it off one by one. I've really been enjoying this life more than last life, than the Sorg life. You know, I like bards. I like that they're healy. You know, I like the theme of the bard. I like how good I look. Look at that. That's good stuff there. Got all the bling and that's ridiculous. And like I said before, you know, I'd play my bard more often if I didn't feel like, you know, that I had these roles to fill, you know, as a leader in my guild. Holy crap. Okay. That's another. I knew there was a piece of gear I wanted to mention, and it was the visors of the flesh render guard. Okay. Now I'm going to run around in circles while I try to find my restoration scrolls, which I can cast now. There they are. Get rid of the neg level. Okay, yeah, so those come from Sorrow Dusk. It's a really great clicky with Death Ward on it, and they're not exclusive, so you can have as many as you want. I mean, I've got like 6 or 8 of them. I only have 2 on this tune right now. Didn't want to pull these out of the bank, but anyways, totally awesome. End reward, Sorrow Dusk. Death Ward clickies are not exactly a common thing in this game. In fact, they may be. I think the only other one is like the Epic Dusk Heart. That's real nice. That's a AoE. That's a mass Death Ward clicky. You only get one, but I think it's only one. Awesome though. I need to make one on Voodoo. Okay, we got the shrine open. Open the shrine, even if you're not using it right now, because if you die ahead, you might need to run back to it when you're dead, and when you're dead, you can't open the door. Okay, so open the door. Get used to opening the door, even if you're not using it right then. Carney, great. See, a Carney Reaper could spawn and kill you. And who doesn't want to get fascinated? Are you kidding me? Tore him up with the scream. And you're gonna get stoned. No, you're not. A little bit of damage with the weapon. that flame coming down, that was the meteoric star ruby prockin. I need to be using sonic burst, sound blast, sound burst. I knew it was one of those. More often because it has an AoE stunning effect, real nice. I got maximize turned off because I can't afford to sit there and spam it, you know, with all those extra spell points, but I really just want the crowd control effect of it. Oh, come on. This better not be one of those guys that keeps coming back as a healed scorpion. I'm gonna get a serious case of the ass if that happens. Oh yeah, of course he's fully healed. This is bullshit. Yep. I don't know what I'm supposed to do at this point. Because he's going to keep going down, and as much as I damage him, he's going to keep coming back up fully healed, and as a different type of champion. He's a light bearer now. Let's see. That shrine, I may be screwed out of that shrine. Mobs that disappear have been doing this, you know, phase spiders and wraiths and things. Yeah, he's still a light bearer, but is it all that damage I did to him? Let's stone you. He doesn't want to be stoned. Okay, we're going to use the displacement and get the hell out of here. I'm hoping the scorpion can't follow me over this bridge. That's the only thing I can do. I can't do anything against that guy. He's going to keep healing. Alright, what do we do here? I don't even know. Do we have to do the same stuff as part 1? Oh, I missed my mushroom. I'm not going back up, because there might be mobs up there. No casters in this one. We're going to at least get this mushroom. Saving against my rune stones. You know, when I play Gingerspyce, and a lot of times, you know, I got mobs and I'll be sort of twitching around a lot, and it's not me twitching to avoid hits, because that's a play style. People will twitch around to try to sort of juke out the AI to not get hit. When I'm doing it on Gingerspyce to like round up mobs, I'm often like looking at the ground and doing that because I like to look at the ground and cast my AoEs on the ground, and to target the ground can be tricky. If there's a mob between your targeting reticle and the ground, it wants to say like out of range, even though you're right frickin' there. And so it's really frustrating. So that's why if I keep moving my targeting reticle a little bit and spamming the AoEs that I want, it will eventually go off. But if I'm just standing still, you know, I'm surrounded by mobs, you know, I can't sort of cast through them per se, because they're sort of like between me and the ground. At least the way that, you know, this is the way the physics of, I guess, of it are programmed. You know, makes your spells not want to cast if there's a mob between you and the ground, if you're facing the ground and trying to sort of cast it at the ground. Shrine's there. I've got a little bit of mana. There's not much left to this. It's just like go underwater and I think fight some... I don't even remember. What's going on here? Dwarf Necromancer, Halfling Necromancer. I think they want to fight for me. What do you think? I think I'm going to put my spell absorption on because I don't need them casting spells at me. Is there more? Is this it? Oh, yeah. You guys can fight each other. Yep. Fine by me. Only got the one stone off. Displacement. Not gonna be stunning any undead. Let's just go ahead and shrine up. I don't remember what's waiting for me. If it's a fight, do I fight Grey Garl? Is it a ghost? I think it's a ghost of Grey Garl that I fight. We're going to find out. I can't even remember the last time I did this on part 2. Stone skin wands, that's another important thing at level 7 if you can cast them. For any kind of arcane, any druid, great mana savings, you know. Great that you can cast this on others too. Just big help. Try one more stoning. Wow. Usually you can get... Oh, I did not mean to fascinate. I can't fascinate undead at this level range anyways. Usually they can get the undead. Undead has low fort saves and the petrifying runestones usually hit them pretty reliably. Okay, I got the key. That unlocks this gate down here. I don't think there's any collectibles. I remember doing this quest as a noob. Years ago. And I know on Epic you come up here and you fight waves of pirates. Like I think I gotta open the chest before. Oh no, let's get the. We gotta get the collectible before we die. That's, you know, we learned that in that DQ video. Stone that champion, that's helpful. The ghost of Grey Garl. See, that's why I gotta keep moving back. See, like moves into me. Still got the spell absorption item on, so that's... Let's see if I can demonstrate what I'm talking about. Oh, champ chest and soul. Okay, let's see if... Is he thinking? Is he bugged? Are you aggroed on something down there? What's your problem, Garl? Okay, see, he's like in me now. Okay, so my spells are casting on him now. But if he starts bouncing around like he's doing now, see, in that time it didn't hit because he moved to the side. So I'm moving back to try to put a little space and make sure they got a line of sight so I can cast my spells at him. That's what that's all about. 22,000. That's with the 20% pot going. That's good XP. That's pretty easy quest, you know. 19 minutes. I was taking my time, jaw jacking and dick dancing. Thanks for for watching. If you have any questions about my videos, you can respond on YouTube. And if you have any questions about my Voodoo Warlock build or my Gingerspyce Druid build, you can respond in the build post in the Druid and Warlock forums.